I told you guys for many, many weeks I was going to be watching this movie. I decided it's New Year's Eve. I want to round out 2020 with this movie. Besides the 2 review copies that I got coming to you tomorrow, I will be watching Lennox Lewis, The Untold Story, and Intersect today, and giving those 2 videos for you tomorrow. The Trial of the Chicago 7 is a Netflix movie that came out earlier this year, and I thought nothing of it. I know a lot of people had it on their most anticipated list for the rest of the year, and I'm like, alright. Then I started hearing how good it was. The length scared me a little bit, because when it comes to I'm going to call this a courtroom drama. This is a courtroom drama, a drama history thriller. The story of 7 people on trial stemming from various charges surrounding the uprising at the 1968 Democratic National Convention in Chicago, Illinois. This stars Eddie Redmayne, Alex Sharp, Sacha Baron Cohen, Jeremy Strong, Ben Scheckman, John Carroll Lynch, and Joseph Gordon-Levitt. This film is one I was not expecting to love. I was not expecting to love this movie. This is a movie I was kind of like, okay, this is going to be just another movie that everyone's like, oh, you need to see this movie because blah, 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 this, and this. And I'm like, no. This is a movie that is one of the best of the year. Is it my favorite of the year? I don't know. I don't think so. I loved Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. I loved A Rainy Day in New York. And I loved Tenet. This film is one that has great performances, particularly from Eddie Redmayne, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and Sacha Baron Cohen. Sacha Baron Cohen has been on a bit of a high streak as of recently this year with Borat subsequent movie film. I have not seen that film. I don't plan on watching that anytime soon. Because I was not a fan of the first Borat. I hate to say it, I was not a fan of the first Borat. I love his will to just be outgoing. I love his charisma and how he just does not care. If he offends you, he offends you. He is a man who does not give 0 Fs. And he plays that role in here very well. This is written and directed by Aaron Sorkin. Aaron Sorkin is a filmmaker who we've all heard of him. We have all heard of Aaron Sorkin, one way or another. Whether it be just someone saying his name at the Oscars or something, or maybe you are getting him confused with Andy Serkis. I am not quite sure. Aaron Sorkin has done films such as The Trial of the Chicago 7. I'm trying to get his IMDb to come up right now, but this Kindle is being a bit of a you-know-what. It's not going to show me, is it? Because that would just be very, very helpful. Are you going to pop up now? There we go. He wrote The West Wing, A Few Good Men. He also wrote The Social Network, Molly's Game, The American President, Steve Jobs, Newsroom, Moneyball, Charlie Wilson's War, Sports Night, and a ton of other stuff. He's worked on a lot. This is one of the most regarded filmmakers in all of Hollywood. This is a filmmaker who is beloved. If you have not seen any of his films, definitely check him out. If you are not familiar with him, then I don't know what to tell you. This film is one that is emotional. It is one that is truly amazing, with stellar performances, a truly remarkable script, and I believe that I agree with people saying that this is one of the best of the year. This is one of the best of the year. Netflix has got... They have Best Picture contenders out the wazoo right now. They have Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, Da 5 Bloods, which I still have not seen. I plan on rectifying that tonight, though. Da 5 Bloods. They also have the Trial of the Chicago 7. This is a frontrunner for Best Picture. To officially get nominated, it's going to get nominated. It will get nominated for Best Picture. Is it going to win? I don't know. I see some people's complaints that this is too much of a crowd pleaser. If you know what actually happened in the movie, like if you actually lived through it and knew what was going on, this is no surprise to you. This is no surprise to you. There's nothing crowd pleasing about the film unless you know, unless you don't know what actually happened. I didn't know what the film was even about. I just knew that it was a courtroom film because the majority of this film takes place in the courtroom during the trial. This film is emotional. It also has some very funny moments, particularly from Sacha Baron Cohen. This movie is outgoing. It is a bit of a rough watch at times, but it's one that you need to see to say that you've seen some of the best films in 2020. I'm glad that I waited until the last day of 2020 to watch this film. I don't care if this gets very little views. The people who see this movie review, the people who see this video, if you have not seen The Trial of the Chicago 7, just because it's 2 hours and 9 minutes does not mean it's a slow film at all. This film picks up and it never lets go. This is a fast-paced courtroom film with stellar performances that could possibly get nominated. I could see Joseph Gordon-Levitt getting nominated. I could see Sacha Baron Cohen getting nominated. I could see many other people getting nominated, but I see this film getting nominated for Best Director, Best Screenplay, and Best Picture at least. Probably some cinematography, some set design, probably. But this is what I'm saying. Best Director, Best Writing, sorry. Be politically correct here, be correct about it. Best Director, Best Screenplay, and Best Picture are the 3 locks. I'm not saying that any of the actors are locks. I am not saying that at all. But what I am saying is that this film is fantastic. See this film. I didn't have a problem with it. I'm going to give the Trial of the Chicago 7 an A. I have not given an A+ all year long. I'm trying to be a bit more selective with that grade with newer movies. Now, when I give it to something like, say I give it to Aladdin. Well, that's because it is nostalgic. I've watched it for years. Like Elf, The Polar Express, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, A Christmas Story. Those are nostalgic movies for me. I'm not going to sit here and critique them to a critic standpoint. No, this film, I am. This is one of the best films of the entire year. Expect to see this within my top 10 or top 5 of the year. I have to make that list very, very soon. Stay tuned for more reviews very, very soon. Particularly for these 2 films, which are coming to you tomorrow. Lennox Lewis, The Untold Story, sent to me for free to review by Scream Media. And Intersect, sent to me by them themselves. And I will see you guys for those videos, as well as a movie review for Da 5 Bloods very, very soon. And talking about the top 20 worst movies of 2020 and the top 20 best movies of 2020. As long as what's coming out in 2021 on January 2nd. So I will see you guys for those videos next time.